This is Josiah Plays The Elder Scrolls Online Dark Brotherhood DLC. Alright, we're back here outside of Anvil. Our bounty is gone. I've sold some more things to the fence because I went out a little adventuring on my own back in Canarthy's Roost, which is a whole separate area, not part of this DLC. Found a bunch of treasure chests, leveled up, improved my trafficker to the next level, came here, put a bunch of stuff in the bank, sold some more stuff to the fence, but I still have, as you can see, quite a few stolen items on me that I can't do anything with right now because the fences. I have to wait until like midnight tonight or whenever it is. But my inventory is still doing pretty good. I have 31 items out of 140 slots, so that's not bad. I could make myself look like a Frost Edge bandit. That is apparently what a Frost Edge bandit looks like. But no. So what I'm gonna do is continue exploring Anvil. So we've explored all this out here. We explored very thoroughly the castle here. But all this kind of buildings inside the walls we haven't really looked at yet. I went to the stable master and trained my steed thing. That's why instead of 139, it's 140. Alright, so I think we're just gonna head right into town. Actually, you know what? Let's go back around the side here, just to make sure we didn't miss anything interesting. Lots of dead people. Murder capital of the world. I would not want to live in Anvil, you know what I'm saying? Seems like it would be a shitty place to live, given all of the murdering that constantly takes place there. Look how many sneaky fuckers are just... You know these people all have bounties, right? That's why they're sneaking around like this? Feels nice to be able to just disregard the guards. Disregard. Feels nice to be able to disregard. See what I did there? It was like a portmanteau of disregard and the word guard spelled the other way. And I just combined them into one thing. And it was really funny. You're probably still laughing. I wouldn't blame you. Alright, well, not seeing a lot of interesting shit around this part of the city walls. What is that? Namira's rot. I'll take it. That's one of the rarer mushroom types. Alchemy is pretty complicated in this, just like it is in Skyrim, but I think it might be a little more complicated in this. Like I have mad alchemy ingredients. Here's all my alchemy ingredients. I have quite a few of most of them. But yeah, you have to, each one has 4 traits, and you have to figure out which traits each thing has when you combine them to make what kind of potions and stuff. It's all a big pain in the ass. And then you've got different types of water, which makes different levels of potions. Then you can also make poisons as well and put them on your weapons. I'm still looking for this. Shouldn't be that hard to find. I had a treasure map for Canarthy's Roost and I found it last night. I have 2 actually, but I only found one of them. Smuggler Bruiser. Also, because I hit level 20... I didn't hit level 20. What am I talking about? I'm level 16. Oh, I have a point. Boop. I have no skill points, though, because I spent it on Trafficker. Because I hit level 16, I mean... Oh, no, no, I'm not... No, no. I'm not getting sucked down that road. I
don't seem to be making much progress.
What's up, chickens? I can murder chickens if I want, but people get pissed when you murder their chickens.
Caravans come and go, but none are available at this time. Come back again, and I'm sure we can do business. Caravans come
I don't
and go,
like your chain there. I'm not a fan of that. It looks stupid. Also looks like a big liability if you got in a fight. If I ever got in a fight with somebody who had a chain between their nose and their ear, first fucking thing I'm doing is pulling that chain out. Probably not the first thing I'm doing. I'd need to do something better that would disable them for a bit before that, but once I had them where I wasn't so scared of them anymore, then out comes that chain.
I import the finest stock from across the land. Even got some that were born and bred back on the Chateau Ranch. That's why this is the finest stable south of Varen's Wall. Nothing even comes close.
So, this is where you train your riding skill. Every day you can spend 250 gold and upgrade one of these three things. Up to 60 times each, and as you see, I've upgraded my carry capacity 40 times, which gives me 40 extra bag slots. Once that's maxed out, I'll start training speed, which will make my mount actually faster, and this will make my mount have more stamina for sprinting. So it takes 180 days of training this to get everything maxed out for your mounts. As you can see, I've only done it 40 days, not anywhere close to 180. And you can only do it once a day, so once you've trained it for the day, then... Oh! We found an Investigator Veil book! Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Hold the fuck! We'll read that in a second. We'll read the next Murder, She Wrote mystery. Oh, and there's a quest here, too?
Employment, Kirith. We just need to keep looking.
Oh, we're gonna check that out in 1 second. Here's the grocer.
Not that I mean to complain about the Pirate Queen. Excuse me, the provincial governor. But this one thinks we'd be better off if the Count of Kvetch was in charge.
Well, of course we would.
Nothing has gone right since they erected that damn wall between the Gold Coast and the Highlands. Except for a few farms. This one must depend on the vagaries of merchant ships and pirates to replenish my stores. Makes me want to pack up and move.
What the fuck kind of accent is she doing?
This one would welcome you to Anvil, but this is a terrible place. Crime, pirates, bad food. But not mine, mind you. My groceries are perfect.
I thought the Khajiit were supposed to be like Arabian or something, not Russian, not like weird Eastern European tracksuit wearing. Okay. Well, that's cool. Oh, letter from Kirith. Okay, we'll check that out in 1 second. We want to make sure there's nothing else lurking around behind here. Alright, we have 2 things to read, and we have a person to talk to about a quest, and we can break into a house if we so desire. Start picking up a bounty early in the playthrough. Alright, so here's what we're going to do first. We're going to read. Hey, where's the... Peter Vale. Wait a minute. This one's not going in my librarian? Oh, it's the same one! I thought it was a different Investigator Vale book. It's the same one, so we're not reading that, obviously. So before we find out what's going on with Kirith and Raynor, we're gonna read their personal correspondence. Letter from Kirith. I'm reading a letter you wrote while I'm standing here right in front of you. Don't even trip. It's signed Kirith V. Kirith Vanos. Dear cousin Demina, I hope this letter reaches you in good health and good fortune. How are things in Vivardenfell? Maybe Raynor and I will come and visit when we're finished with our... Wow, I'm having a hard time tonight. It's already gotten that like that, huh? I already don't know how to talk. Alright. Let's take a second here. Try to figure out what I'm doing with my mouth. Maybe Raynor and I will come and visit when we're finished with our business in Hammerfell. If we ever get to Hammerfell, that is. Let me tell you about our latest adventure. And yes, it's all Raynor's Sido's fault, as usual. We received word of a new dwarven ruin discovered near Tava's Blessing, and Raynor was eager to get there as quickly as possible. While I secured supplies for the trip, Raynor went to negotiate passage to Sentinel. But you know how he gets. Excited and caught up in a new discovery. That's when he lets things slip. He meant to get us on a boat to Hammerfell, but somehow we ended up on a ship making its way to Anvil. And that's where we are, without a spare gold piece to our name, and no prospects for getting to Hammerfell in the near future. Hey, Sido. Welcome. Someone has invoked your name truthfully. I can't even see the word fault without immediately prefacing it with Sido. It's like an instant word association. If I was taking one of those psychological tests where they're like, let me say a word and you say the first thing that comes to your mind. If they said blame or fault, first thing that would come to my mind would be Sido. Without a spare gold piece to our name and no prospects for getting to Hammerfell in the near future. Oh, don't worry. We'll think of something. We always do. And we've never visited Anvil before. There are so many pirates. I think you'd like it here. You always had a bit of pirate in you, from what I recall during our last visit. And how's your husband doing? Still trying to make a living selling that vile concoction he calls wine? Seriously, dear cousin, you could do so much better. Well, I have to run. We're going to try to find employment in this wretched city so we can earn enough gold to pay for a trip to Sentinel. Wish us luck. And when we come to visit you, I'll make sure to bring a carafe of Sheen. I know you don't like your husband's swill any better than I do. Kirith Vanos. And after reading this letter, we look up. Oh, and there's Kirith Vanos. Hey, I was just reading your letter and I wanted to talk to you about it. So, they are broke and need to find work, and he's got a quest for me. Maybe this is a find us a job quest. I gotta go around and talk to people in the city. Hey, would you be willing to hire these 2 rando dark elves? Let's talk to Kirith first.
Back away slowly, and I won't slug you. I've had more than enough attention from this nest of pirates for one day, thank you very much.
Understand that I've murdered many people.
Back away slowly.
Alright. Raynor, quest me up, bro.
Please. My sister and I find ourselves stranded in this city of pirates with no hope of rescue or respite. It's like we're being punished for something we didn't know we did.
Can't be that bad. Tell me what happened.
An unpleasant ship captain dropped us off without so much as a by your leave. He was supposed to take us to Hammerfell to explore a dwarven ruin. We're scholars of some renown, you know. Although my sister prefers the term dungeon delvers.
Well, if you're big-time dungeon delvers, you should be able to get your way out of this. Go delve a dungeon. Make some loot. Honestly, if you want to make money, there's so much free shit sitting around inside Castle Anvil over there. I made bank robbing that place, so that's one thing you could try. Just saying. I didn't honor your agreement.
I'm not sure. The language of the sea confuses me. We just need to charter a ship to Sentinel. But that disagreeable captain took the last of our gold. We want to work, but no one will hire us. Perhaps you could serve as our agent in this matter.
This really is a get these people a job quest. I was just saying that as a joke. Probably the captain that they're talking about, whose fault all of this is probably Captain Saito. See if I can find you some honest work.
Ah, finally a turn of good fortune. I imagine you'll have no problem convincing these ignorant clods to hire us forthwith. Honestly, I'm overqualified for most of the work available here, but I'll do whatever is necessary to get...
Okay, hold on. Let's think about what's happening right now. He just gets all excited. Oh, yeah, you'll have no problem convincing them. Yay, somebody reputable to get us a job. Stop. What does my character look like? This is who you're entrusting to get you a job? This person who looks like they just came out of fucking Rambo 1 First Blood? They've been in the forest just murdering people and smearing shit on themselves? This is who you're trusting to be your agent. Okay.
Ah, finally a turn of good fortune. I imagine you'll have no problem convincing these ignorant clods to hire us forthwith. Honestly, I'm overqualified for most of the work available here, but I'll do whatever is necessary to get us to Sentinel.
Whatever is necessary, huh? I know some old rich dudes who like themselves some dark elf boy ass. I'm just saying. I mean, how far are you willing to go? I need to know that now before, because I know right where to get you the best money for the amount of effort, but I need to know if you're willing. Oh boy, if I had $1 for every conversation like that I've had, I wouldn't have very many dollars. Let's see. Let's ask some questions. We're bound for Hammerfell. How did you end up in Anvil?
Hammerfell? Anvil? Why does everything in this part of the world sound like it belongs in a smithy? Look, it was an honest mistake on my part. The captain claimed to be a proper sailor, and I took him at his word.
Hold on, Saito. Brokering sex work is not the same thing as human trafficking, for fuck's sake. I mean, yes, human trafficking might involve sex work, but that's like slavery. That's like sexual slavery, where they're not allowed to stop or leave or get away or say no or whatever. That's what makes it evil. There's nothing wrong with legitimate, consensual sex work, in my opinion. It's not the same thing as trafficking. Come on now. It's an honest mistake. So the ship's captain sailed you to the wrong port?
I'm an artificer. If you ask me to recalibrate a dwarven power core, I'll ask you to what voltage. But determining where the captain made an error in his navigational calculations? You might as well ask me to charm the wings off a harpy.
Okay, stop. Do you know how fucking far away from Sentinel we are? I mean, you're not even fucking close, bro. Sentinel is way the fuck up here. So, it's way up there. We're way down here. Like, you didn't even... Where did you sail from? Because wherever it was... You're not even remotely close to Sentinel.
Ah, finally a turn of good. Hammerfell, I'm an artificer. If you ask me to recalibrate...
I could shatter a ship
power,
for you.
I'll ask you. We're dungeon delvers, not paupers. Kirith and I won't accept charity, no matter how you present it to us. We'll earn our own way. Just find someone who's willing to hire us, and let us do some honest work.
Alright, what do you consider honest work? Because I know some people that are hiring. They just gave me a job, in fact. Do you consider murdering villagers honest work? Yes, no. Idea who might be interested in hiring you?
My letter of introduction opens doors throughout Morrowind. But in this isolated hamlet, I inquired with a blacksmith, but he wanted brawn, not brains. There was also the angler, but we were unable to agree on terms.
I don't know that I would call Anvil an isolated hamlet. Josiah, preying on the... Not preying on, trying to help! How am I preying? I didn't say I'd take a cut of it or anything. Trying to help. Just trying to match people with certain skills with people with certain needs. And by skills, I mean orifices. Fucked up. Alright. There must be someone interested in your particular talents. Talents in heavy quotes.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? The Anvil Repository has a reputation for serving its clients. Poorly. I offered my skills as a bookkeeper, but the proprietor rejected me. If she reconsiders, I'd make a valuable addition to her team.
Alright, got it. I just gotta go threaten to break the bookkeeper's legs. Figured this shit out. BRB. But if this doesn't work, you might as well start lubing yourself up now. I should make clear, lubing yourself up for completely consensual sex. Just didn't want anybody getting the wrong idea. Well, completionism demands that I break into this house right here. Right? I can't just not break into this house. So in we go. Uh-oh. We got an orc. I feel bad about murdering an orc. I feel like orcs already have it tough enough in this world without Dark Brotherhood members coming into their house and killing them. Bogug. No, I don't think so. Boning knife. That's what fucking Rainer out there is gonna need soon. Let me test something. Hi, do you want to talk to me? Oh, she does.
You leaving, or do I have to get the guard?
Talk to me. All right, you had your chance. No. You had your chance, Bogug. Look, I don't want to get a bounty. And you don't want to talk to me. So you understand that given those desires, there's only one way this can end. Mass murderer! Oh my god, look what she had! A 250 gold stealable item. That's the first one I've seen. Jeweled Nixad marionette. String-controlled puppet made from a Nixad's carapace. I didn't know Nixad carapaces had value. I'll go murder the shit out of some Nixads. Adorned with gemstone eyes, teeth, and toes. Oh, that was worth it. Her life was worth 250 gold. If she just would have talked to me, I wouldn't have touched her. That sounds really terrible out of context. That sounds really, really bad. Tell me about my achievement. Kill 100 citizens of Tamriel. I don't know how I've possibly dealt 1,000,000 points of damage in dungeons, considering I've never even been in a dungeon. This character, but you know, whatever. 100 they consider mass? Really? I would say that's a serial killer, sure, but mass murderer, that's... You know. Oh. Beer stein with a hinged cover, inscribed with the name of the Gotcha Inn and Tavern. Okay. Just interesting that there's random houses that you can just break into, murder the inhabitants, steal their shit, and go about your business. Like you're some kind of hero. Alright, well. I just made 250, 350, 390. Just made 390 gold off this. I would say worth it. Hey, Snakes. Hey, that's me. Hey, Sin. How you doing? Did you just finish streaming? Nothing to worry about out here. Hey, Rainer. I know I'm covered in blood right now, but don't worry. I'm still working on getting you that job, buddy. Alright, cool. Now we'll actually go into the city. Hey, guard. Nothing going on here. Certainly nothing going on in that house over there. Alright, so we're in the city. We're gonna start... Oh, I can inquire at the blacksmith, huh? I feel like that's gonna be a no-go, but let's give it a shot. The nice thing about it being an MMO, even though it's a little bit immersion breaking, is the fact that all the NPCs will come back. So let's say I just murdered that person. If for some reason there's a quest later that wants me to go talk to that person, I can still go talk to them because they will have respawned by then. And the new them won't have any knowledge of the fact that I murdered the old them. So, you know. Alright, what's up, Hodana the blacksmith?
They claim my anvil isn't as solid as it should be. I say they wouldn't know a hammer from a saw blade if it hit them in the head and said hello.
Okay.
They complain about the heat of my forge. But it will do if you need to take hammer to metal. They claim my anvil.
You don't have anything I care about. And I don't have anything that I want to sell you. So we are at an impasse, sir. Mahata. Hakuna
Sorry.
Mahata.
Between my brother's problems with the forge and that load of ingots that the puny dark elf dropped on the docks, I am way too busy to talk right now.
Puny dark elf. You mean Rainer Vanos?
Yes, that was the Dark Elf's name. I gave him a fair chance, but I don't think he ever lifted anything heavier than a book in his entire life. We had to let him go. With the forge as it is, my brother can't pay a worker who can't do the job.
And who's been known to tinker with things? Why not hire him to make your forge more efficient?
If the Dark Elf can improve the forge, that would be a big help. But we still need those ingots. They were stolen after he abandoned the crate. The thieves use a dock outside the city. Get the ingots back, and I'll give Raynor another chance.
Never mind, I'll inquire elsewhere. Hold on, I don't want to accept this right now and lock out the other two. I want to talk to all three potential employers first, and then I'll decide which one. So you said this is laid out pretty much the same as it is in Oblivion, huh? Getting them nostalgia feels? Why does your female character sound like an Irish bloke? I don't think she sounds like an Irish bloke exactly. She might sound like a bloke. What do me eyes see? That's more like an Irish bloke, isn't it? I'm just running around the city. I don't know how to do accents properly. She has a voice like that, kind of. She can't speak up, and her voice is a little bit scratchy because when her whole village was burned down and all the people burned around her, she was screaming and screaming, and when she was just a little girl, and she just kept screaming, and all the smoke from the fire got into her lungs and her throat, and it did permanent damage. And it caused her to have to talk like that. Boom! Roleplay, motherfuckers! Alright, who wants to talk to me? You? No, you're a player. Get out of my phone. I'm just running around right now. What's this? Ironworks and Tannery, go. What's up, Horatia?
My blades are the sharpest in Anvil. Go ahead and take a look.
See, now she's got the same kind of face markings as me. This is one of my people right here.
Even the governor's pirates shop here and spend their gold, and they usually never do that. Even the governor's pirates.
Okay, wow, you have some crap. Okay, cool. What's up, you? A lot of cooking fires around. They really want me to cook. What's this? Oh, hello. Nobody's looking at me. A hook sash. Stacks with the other hook sash I've already got. Boning knife. Why would you need a knife for... Oh, wait. It's a different kind of... Eats, loves, kills. Isn't that like Eat, Pray, Love, but the Argonian version? My character loves Argonians because she was raised by an Argonian. Her father, as she calls him, is an Argonian. That's who found her after her village was burned down.
Sail around the world, pillaging and drinking and singing pirate songs. Or maybe I'll head north and sign on with one of the armies. Do you think I'd make a good soldier? No? Me neither.
Why would anyone want to go sign on with one of the armies? Like, how fucking poor are you that you think that's a good idea? I could see maybe joining the army in peacetime, because you're like, okay, whatever, it won't be that difficult, and I can just get some money. But when there's an active war going on, signing on with an army seems really foolish, because in war, kids, in war, you can't fight properly, is the unfortunate thing about war. In war, you have to basically fight fair. You can't just sneak around and fucking cave in the back of people's skulls from behind when they're not looking all the time in war. And that's the only way you should ever fight in this world. If you're not fighting like that, you are doing it wrong. So, war is a bad idea, kids, for that reason. Josiah's Kid Show. Someday I'm gonna join a pirate crew. Yeah, sure you are, pal.
Yes, I have an unusual name. Yes, I like to do all of those things, though not necessarily in that order. Is there some other trivial matter you wish to discuss? Or can I get back to work now?
I like this guy. He's a fucking edgelord. The edgelord leatherworker. Door styles and buildings are a bit different, but 800 years later this place is still a weapons and armor shop. That is pretty cool. I mean, how realistic it is a whole nother matter, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. I wonder how many of the cities in the game are like their original version. Like, I don't think Daggerfall is very much like the Daggerfall of Daggerfall. How many times am I going to say Daggerfall in one sentence? I don't think Daggerfall seems very much, but I don't really remember. What is this? St. Veloth? What? Nobody cares about this dark elf shit. Get out of here. What's up, Hard Scales?
You know what I tell every new arrival to the Gold Coast? The same thing I'm about to tell you. You need better armor, or at least a good repair. Lucky for you, you've come to the right place for both of those services.
It looks like she's wearing Nord armor, which is interesting. Possible this is Argonian style heavy armor, but I don't think so.
Have you visited the cathedral in Kvatch yet? What a beautiful building. And I love going inside and listening to the sermonizers. All that talk about time and the dragon makes my scales tingle.
For the love of God. Listening to the sermonizers, not on my top 1 trillion things that I'd like to do list. That's actually not true. I actually am interested in listening to the sermonizers, but only because I'm playing a fictional character listening to other fictional characters and basically learning lore from listening to them. If I actually lived in this world... Christ, get away from me, Akatosh fuckers. Alright, well, we've learned what's in here. Yeah, that's why I thought it looked like Nord too. Because this is mostly Argonian stuff that I'm wearing. My chest is Wood Elf, and my belt is Wood Elf. But I think everything else I'm wearing is Argonian style. And of course I've dyed it the colors that it is, but... And this is a Wood Elf style sword, but this is an Argonian style bow. Not that you can really tell that much about the bow, but allegedly it's Argonian style. I know, because that's what I picked when I made it. Remember, this whole place will be burnt to the ground by Commodore Umbranox. Oh, and then they rebuild everything exactly the same things in the same places as before. I think I murdered this guy before. I feel nostalgic. Just for nostalgia's sake. Fuck you, juggler dude. Look, I'm getting good stuff for murdering people. A flute carved from the arm bone. Oh, this is some Wood Elf shit here. A flute carved from the arm bone of someone who broke the Green Pact. Now quite illegal, but still valued by collectors. This is something that my character would legitimately love to have. I killed him the same way, too. Oh, were you watching when I killed that guy before? Alright, let's see. What do we have here in the middle? We've got some... nothing. What we've got. Oh, we've already read this one, haven't we? Yeah, we've already read that one. That's the one where the...
I got half a mind to sail back to Wayrest. Better to be taxed by a High King than to be fleeced by a wharf rat in royal clothing.
I was once like you.
That's it? Then I took an arrow to the knee. How about this person? Oh, I could help you in one way. I could make it so that you never will be poor again. Is that what you would like? You will never be poor again. You weren't poor. You had a torchbug pestle and mortar worth 40 gold on you. Now you don't. It's possible that I'm going a little too far with all the murdering. You know, but normally I play characters who would never do this sort of thing. So it's a little bit liberating to just play a straight up murderer. Look, I don't murder Argonians. And I don't murder Wood Elves. Because RP. But I figure my character really hates humans. Since it was humans that destroyed her village. So she'll murder some fucking humans. And I figure high elves and dark elves look down on wood elves and are all snobby with them, so I'm not a big fan of them either, so they can also die. But I won't kill Argonians unless I absolutely have to. Like, legitimately have to. So I'm a racist. Yeah, of course I'm a racist. Everybody in fantasy settings is a racist, aren't they?
Take pride in your work, I always say.
Coastal clothiers and fabrics. PSO makes everybody chaotic evil. Well, my other character, Invicta, would never do these things. She's an honorable warrior type. She wouldn't steal. Oh no, I don't want to make anything. Get away from me. I'm just looking to see if they have anything especially valuable in here. What's up, El Neri Drothus?
The provincial governor permits me to make most of her outfits. In fact, I'm working on a stylish piece that she'll debut at her next ball. It's my best design yet, if I do say so myself. And it makes her look spectacular.
This sounds like some shit I really don't care about.
I get most of the materials I use from the Thazar cartel out of Abar's Landing. The prices make my head hurt, but at least the quality is mediocre.
Abar's Landing is where you go for the Thieves Guild DLC. That's the first time I've heard a person try to make themselves less like a terrible person by citing they are also a racist. Look, I'm not just a murderous fucker. I'm a racist murderous fucker. You understand. Just my nature. Not a lock. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's some shit I don't want. Fuck furnishing designs. Those would require that I pick up skills for my crafting alt that I don't want to pick up in order to use them. And they're not worth anything. Not really, because these things are all super common, and if you tried to sell them on the market, even if I was in a trading guild, which would allow me to... Oh, now we're talking! Even if I was in a trading guild and I could sell stuff, which I can't seem to get in one anymore. Because unlike the old days... Could you please turn around, Nolantar? Don't be that guy, Nolantar. You're being that guy. You're still being that guy. What's up with your fucking hair, sir? Pick a place to have a ponytail. Here we go, here we go. Oh, I got you. I got you, thing. Souvenir Imperial Heater. It's a souvenir from a battle with Imperial forces. This cracked and dented shield has been mounted to a plaque. Oh, I think my character would like this too. He hates Imperials the most. They're too murderous. Look, a character who kills a bunch of people in cold blood, but condemns other people for killing other people in other circumstances, is actually an extremely realistic type of character. How many people throughout history have been that way? How many people right now in the world are that way? Killing. It's fine when we do it. It's inexcusable when they do it. These laces are just wide enough to see the Iliad letters burnt into them. Alright. Let's talk to this cat. Olentar, bro.
The provincial governor commissioned an outfit for her next ball. I was able to secure a fine bolt of brushed Echater wool from Hrothgar that will complement my design amazingly well. Just between us, it puts Elneri's best work to shame. I never enjoyed sharing a shop with another merchant, especially not someone as obnoxious and full of herself as that dark elf. But space is at a premium in Anvil these days.
The Dark Elves and High Elves are both fucking douchey assholes, honestly. They don't even eat people. How can I see eye to eye with people like that? Plus all these civilized fuckers that are breaking the Green Pact. They gotta go. Can't feel bad about killing them. See what's behind here. Bovine supremacist. Yes, that's what I am. I won't kill cows, I'll just kill everybody that's not a cow. I did kill a Minotaur, though. Does that count as killing a cow? He was a very bad Minotaur. He wasn't really much like a cow at all, I promise. Oh man, I'm finding the shit now. Anvil Lighthouse Centerpiece. An elaborate centerpiece with 5 detachable serving dishes. Removing the lighthouse top provides room for a 6th. The Mysterious Mermaid of Anvil. Oh, we got something we gotta read here. It's about Anvil. What was this one? Oh yeah, Saint Veloth. Yeah, whatever. The Mysterious Mermaid of Anvil. For as long as Anvil has stood upon the Gold Coast, it has been a city of adventure and allure. Legend and mysteries abound, filling its streets and taverns with tales from all around the world. One of these stories doesn't originate in some far-off land. Anvil has its own incarnation of the city's beauty and charm, hewn from stone older than any lane in the building foundations. The Mermaid of Anvil. With no inscription decorating its base and no certificate of origin stored in the city's records, the mermaid remains a blank canvas upon which locals and visitors alike have painted their own picture. Her carefree repose and immodest attitude have earned her a multitude of names and titles, some of which are not suitable to be printed here. Whether you know her as the wistful brine maiden, the leggy lass, the salty serenader, the stone seductress, or 100 other monikers, the Mermaid of Anvil never fails to leave a lasting impression on all who gaze upon her. What about the mermaid so manages to enthrall us? The gentle curves of pale rock create a fancy figure, certainly, but was she laid bare for the sake of art? The sheer scale of her grandeur rivals many statues erected to the divines, the royals of Tamriel, or the Daedric princes themselves, leading some to speculate that the mermaid was once a figure of similar stature to her unknown creators. Could our fair mermaid actually be a long-forgotten god? Or an unrecognized aspect of one of the divines? Hey Brad, how's it going? How you doing with your puppies there? One of the divines? Certainly, the more scandalizing rumors suggest she might be Azura as she appeared to some ancient sea-dwelling civilization. But it's hard to imagine the Slode being capable of making something of such beauty. And what does that leave? The Droog? No. More believable to imagine that sea elves once had scales and gills. We know so little about who or what the mermaid truly represents, and even less about who may or may not have created her. There's no credible record of who painstakingly carved and polished the great stone that gave birth to our patron beauty. Many have attempted to explain the origin of the mermaid, or even assert that some long-lost ancestor was responsible for her design. No matter how reputable the source, however, further investigation always reveals the statue to predate any such claims. In fact, the most recent archaeological study indicates that the mermaid easily predates any structure in Anvil, indicating that at least a few of her admirers were so taken with her as to set down roots in her shadow and build the city around her fine form. Would she be amused or embarrassed to know an entire city has sprung up to gaze upon her? One look at her coy expression says that even if she could answer, she'd never dispel her air of mystery. That's why the people of Anvil love her. Alright, now where is this great mermaid statue? Where? Oh, shit. Right there, I guess. Hold on.
Have mercy. Help someone in need?
I could help you in need, but you won't like it. So there she is, I guess. Well, I'm not as impressed as the book seems to be. Whoever wrote that book was really like, oh, it's the best statue of all time. And I'm like, I've seen better. As statues go, it's not in my top 10. Not in my top 10. I thought it would be bigger and more detailed. But it's not. I'm just looking around here. I'm about to get on the head of the statue. I'm not really. Wish I could, though. I guess the statue's pretty big when seen with my character up against it. Of course, my character is small. She's short and skinny, so she makes everything look bigger. Alright, well. Snake's help is pretty heartbreaking, literally. Yeah, it is. Look, I may have murdered one or two people, or...
You know, I was thinking... No, I am not going to stone shape the mermaid's hair out of the way.
Oh, come on. You're not curious about whether she's...
Not even remotely.
Bah! To Sovngarde with you.
What is it?
Well, we've seen the mermaid. It's not the most impressive thing. Oh god, thank you. Ah!
Here.
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but these pirate boots aren't exactly sanitary.
wish I was off adventuring.
You want an adventure? You want an adventure? There's an adventure for you. Thanks for the Draugr dice. Set of dice carved from mammoth tusk ivory, used for the popular game Draugr Lich. Ah, Draugr Lich. One of my favorite games. Yeah. Cherrywood Morsel Bowl. Honestly, if they didn't want us murdering tons of people, they shouldn't have given people good loot.
Keeping myself busy here.
They shouldn't have given people good loot if they didn't want them getting murdered. See, it's a clay cup, but it's worth 40 gold. They want people to murder, yeah, they do. Developers of this game are kind of sick. Alright, I've probably murdered enough people for the moment. I'm not a monster.
This is taking forever.
I'm not a monster.
This chapel is a disgrace. I haven't had a naked priest squeeze my bottom in decades. And the bosoms don't even get me started on the bosoms. No wonder DeBella's turned her back on us. Chapel of DeBella, my big toe. When I was your age, the priest would dance down the lane every morning, naked as a noonday sparrow. Now, robes from chin to ankle. Shameful.
Yeah, that is shameful. You're right,
Don't
Valentina.
even bother with that chapel. Nothing but faithless hypocrites in there. Back in my day, a silken shawl over a single breast was considered modest. Now, wooden pews and sky-high collars. It's a disgrace! Chapel of DeBella, my big toe.
Yeah, so that is kind of a disgrace. You're right. How dare they? How dare they not be naked? Watch this. Somebody's about to get murdered over there. Yeah. Oh. Somebody didn't use the Blade of Woe. They're just fighting that guy straight up. Well. Amateurs, right? This is the repository. Soy Hydro, this is the Tamriel craft texture pack for Minecraft. Yeah, it's quite good. Really makes it look a whole lot like ESO. Modders, huh? Amazing things they can do. How's it going, Soy Hydro? I think they said they're working on that, Sin, to have a system where people can hunt down people that have bounties. They said that was one of the things that was in the works, but I guess it's been in the works for a long time, so I don't know. This is like Jen's stream saying, because of all the murdering. Purple plumes. Oh, bag merchant! This is who I was looking for. This is why I'm carrying 21,000 gold around with me.
I wouldn't keep anything in this bank if I were you. The place has a reputation for sloppy bookkeeping, if I may be so bold. Alternatively, you can certainly do worse than one of my roomy storage satchels.
Sloppy bookkeeping, you say, as she's got a big book in front of her and she's eating a giant ass leg of some kind. I'd like to think it's a human leg, but it probably isn't. Let's get a backpack upgrade. 19,200, I'll take it. So there goes all my money. I'm poor now, but I can carry 150 things. How much does the next one cost?
My carry-alls will keep your most valuable possessions safe from cut purses, pickpockets, robbers, marauders, floods, famines, and rampaging beasts of all shapes and sizes. I guarantee it.
How much is it? 30,000, okay. You see, I've got expenses. That's why I have to sit in a chair in the bank. No, it's time to end this episode. So, if you are watching on the stream on twitch.tv/FireSnakeAries, you know who you are. Don't go anywhere because I am not done playing. If you're watching on YouTube, though, this episode's now at an end, so thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays The Elder Scrolls Online Brotherhood DLC.